Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are now tuning into the International News Bulletin on 24 Hours News Channel, a reliable source of up-to-date information. We bring you the latest news and even up to date, focusing on the current flood situation in China. Here are the main highlights. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now watching the news bulletin on the flood situation in China on June 28, 2023, on the 22 Hours News Channel. Dear viewer and listener, yesterday, a school in Tilantou, Ning'an City, Heilongjiang Province, was hit by a flood due to heavy rainfall, and the number of victims has risen to 92, mostly students. Rescue efforts are currently underway, according to reports from China's official media. At around 2 p.m. yesterday afternoon, Chang'an Elementary School in Tilantou, Ning'an City, Heilongjiang Province, was unexpectedly hit by floods and landslide caused by heavy rainfall in the upper catchment area. 87 students and 4 villages lost their lives in the flood, while 70 other students, including 1 child, 1 teacher, 1 official, and 5 villagers, are being treated at the hospital. In this flood, 7 out of 18 administrative houses in Tilantou were affected to varying degrees, including 3 severely affected houses. 200 houses were flooded, including 150 heavily affected houses, affecting a total of 1,800 people. According to reports, the authorities have organized 1,400 people to participate in rescue and relief work, while a team of experts has also rushed to the scene to assist in the disaster relief efforts. The authorities have also arranged temporary accommodation for the victims, providing food and water support, while carrying out water disinfection and epidemic prevention measures. Ning'an is located 450 km away from the provincial capital, Cap Nhị Tân. Sudden heavy rainfall poured down on the highland and midland area of Tilantou's Ning'an City. In an instant, it formed a large-scale flood that swept into Tilantou and inundated the central elementary school. Over 300 teachers and students who were present at the school at the time were surrounded by the flood. According to reports, there were 352 students and 31 teachers in the school at the time. Currently, 13 students are receiving medical treatment at the hospital, and the relevant departments have formed 6 rescue teams, including search and rescue and drainage operations. Rescue efforts are still ongoing. Dr. Liu from Tilantou's hospital stated that 14 students may have also died. She mentioned that the hospital cannot provide an accurate death toll as some bodies has been taken away by their families. Yesterday, according to China's official report, the final number of deaths in the flood at an elementary school in Tilantou, Ning'an City, Heilongjiang Province, has been determined to be 117, including 105 students. China's Xinhua news agency reported on Monday that the final death toll was 109, but on Tuesday, it's reported that 8 confirmed deaths has occurred in the flood, raising in the final death toll to 117, more than a week after the flood disaster. Natural disaster relief work are still cleaning up the site to prevent the spread of infectious disease. Chang'an Elementary School in Tilantown, Ning'an City, Heilongjiang Province, was hit by floods and landslides caused by continuous heavy rainfall. Authorities are investigating whether it was due to human error. After the flood disaster in Tilantown, the Chinese government has instructed education departments at all levels to implement emergencies education programs for students, teaching them how to respond in case of natural disaster and other emergencies. The Chinese Ministry of Education has issued a statement against education management agencies at all levels to implement measures to ensure schools safety, establish and implement responsibility system for disaster and accident. The statement mentioned that schools at all levels must provide certified education for students, change them and emergency situations such as floods, landslide, fires, earthquakes, and other emergencies, while enhancing student self-resilience capability. The statement also indicated that classrooms with potential safety risks must be suspended from use and class may be temporarily suspended if necessary. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the latest statistics from Xinhua News Agency, there are 88 people dead and 73 missing due to heavy rain-related national disasters in Hubei, Sichuan, Guizhou, and Denggang. State media in China reported that over 200,000 people have been evacuated from the affected area by floods. Nearly 70,000 buildings have collapsed, and the direct economic loss from the disaster have reached 147 billion yuan. The report quoted the Chinese Ministry of Internal Affairs stating that the province of Hubei, Sichuan, Guizhou, and Denggang have experienced heavy rain for the past 3 days, resulting in floods, landslides, and mudslides of varying severity. The most severe damage occurred in Hubei province, with 15 deaths and 42 people missing. In Hubei province alone, 203,000 people have been evacuated from the homes to safe area, and the communication, transportation, and water supply system has been disrupted. Officials from Chinese Ministry of Public Security has stated that the Department of Public Security in Hubei province has urgently distributed dry drinking water and other relief supply to affected residents. Xinhua News Agency reported that in Tandian County, Hubei province, rainfall reached 301 mm within 22 hours, resulting in people being swept away by the flood while they were still asleep due to collapsed buildings and flash floods. Although the natural disasters in Sichuan and Anhui were relatively small, there have been reports of casualties. In Sichuan, 15 people have died and 11 are missing, while in Anhui, 27 people have died, 5 are missing, and 114 have been injured. Many central government agencies have established a joint working group under the command of the Ministry of Public Security to carry out disaster relief and disaster prevention efforts. Dear viewer, according to the official media of China, 86,000 people have been affected by the flooding of the Yellow River in the Shandong region, with its embankment breaking in the 3 locations in Hubei province. Xinhua News Agency officially reported that the dikes in Lancao, Hubei province are in danger and have essentially lost their function of holding back water, unable to withstand the pressure from the water flow on the Yellow River. Xinhua News Agency quoted Lu Xiuyan, Deputy Zhuge of Dongming County in Shandong, stating that the dam has broken 3 times and floodwater is constantly flowing into Shandong from all directions. One of the bridges is 200 meters wide and the other 2 are 100 meters wide. Lu Xiuyan mentioned that the river water threatening low-lying area in Shandong province, affecting 86,000 people, 127 villages, and 18,000 hectares of farmland. It is known that the average water depth in some flooded areas reaches up to 1.5 meters. Xinhua News Agency also quoted Lu Xiuyan stating that due to the severe situation, Dongming County has started evacuating elderly, sick, and disabled residents in coastal area of said place. So far, more than 5,000 people has been relocated and many have gathered in taller buildings. In addition to the devastation caused by the flooding from the Yellow River, the Tianmen region is also threatened by the rising waters of the Vi River. Last month, a branch of the Yellow River in Henan province surged, resulting in 51 fatalities and more than 200,000 people losing their homes. Data from Chinese authorities shows that in the first few months of this year, 676 people have died nationwide due to flooding. The auditions of flooding in southern China continue to expand, affecting 20 million people and resulting in 118 deaths. Continuous heavy rainfall has caused flooding in the Guangxi and Guangdong province, with Guangxi alone seeing over 5.7 million people affected, at least 42 deaths, 32 missing, and over 23,000 houses collapsed. Xinhua News Agency of China reports that the water level in Nanning City, Guangxi province, continued to rise. The historic flood and submerged the eastern part of the city, leading to the urgent evacuation of tens of thousands of residents, according to reports. Due to the convergence of several major rivers in Guangxi, which then flow into the Zhujiang River, Nanning has repeatedly experienced major floods, making it a key flood control city in the county. Chinese media quoted Minister of Water Resources Li Guo'an, stating that Nanchao has experienced an unprecedented flood in a century on Wednesday morning, with the highest water level reaching 27.5 meters. The government has deployed over 2,000 personnel from the People's Liberation Army to support flood control efforts in Nanchao. The People's Liberation Army and local staff have been rising and reinforcing embankment to control the flood in Hexi City, ensuring that the embankment remain intact and prevent flooding during the flood control process. Hatang Direction of the Nanchao Water Conservation Bureau has reportedly been suspended from duty, accused of not responding effectively to the disaster. Bingnam District in Guangxi also suffered an unprecedented historic flood on Tuesday morning, with the water level reaching 35.45 meters. 2 bridges in the embankment occurred in the ancient city, forcing residents to evacuate urgently. Local area. On Tuesday, the central government of China raised the emergency response level to level 4, the highest level, and dispatches disaster relief team to Zhejiang, Anhui, and Jiangxi province, where heavy rains have caused severe flooding. According to the National Meteorological Center, the storm will continue to affect southern and eastern regions of the county through the weekend. This concluded the latest news on the flood situation in China from 24 Hours News Day. We sincerely thank all of you, our viewers, for your attention and support. Please remember me to like, subscribe to our channel, and enable notification to receive the fastest and most accurate news updates from 24-hour news. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you in our upcoming videos.